Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, we are going to see what would happen if we put former Money in the Bank ladder match winners into the Ultimate Ladder Match Challenge. I have put together a list of what I think are truly the biggest and the best former Money in the Bank winners, throwing them all into a single ladder match to see who is perhaps the best Money in the Bank winner of all time. Before getting into the video, my name is Will. I make professional wrestling content specifically around WWE. If that's something that interests you, consider subscribing to the channel and checking out the rest of our 2K content. With all that being said, let's get into the video. All right, so first up, we are going with CM Punk, the first ever two-time Money in the Bank winner. CM Punk winning the ladder match at WrestleMania 24 in 2008, followed up by WrestleMania 25 in 2009. He would go on to cash in on Edge and Jeff Hardy, respectively, to win the World Heavyweight Championship on both occasions. All right, next up, we have John Cena. Now, this one is a little bit of an infamous choice because John Cena was never supposed to win Money in the Bank. The moment of Cena hitting Big Show in the head with the briefcase and it coming off of the hinge resulted in John Cena winning the Money in the Bank in 2012. He would go on to cash in 8 days later on none other than CM Punk, where Big Show would end up interfering, costing John Cena the match. He would win the match, but the title did not change hands due to the disqualification. So John Cena, the first ever failed Money in the Bank cash-in attempt, we still had to include him here in this all-star lineup. All right, next up, we have Randy Orton winning the Money in the Bank ladder match the very next year. 2013 ladder match. He would go on to cash in at SummerSlam on Daniel Bryan, who had just defeated John Cena for the WWE Championship. Triple H would hit the pedigree, costing Daniel Bryan the championship that he had just won, gifting the title essentially to Randy Orton. All right, next up, you knew we had to include him. Seth freaking Rollins, the second ever two-time Money in the Bank winner following CM Punk, the guy who has the two most notorious and famous cash-ins ever, the heist of the century back in 2015 at the main event of WrestleMania 31, where he cashed in to defeat Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, and then 10 years later at SummerSlam, the ruse of the century, where everyone thought he was injured. He throws away the crutches and cashes in on CM Punk, who had just defeated Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's interesting as we put this match together how interconnected all these storylines are. Guys defeating their opponents for the title, Punk and Rollins being the only two-time Money in the Bank winners, two guys that can't stand one another, Rollins successfully cashing in on Punk. All right, next up, you knew we had to include him. The Beast, Brock Lesnar, your 2019 Money in the Bank winner. In a match he wasn't even supposed to be a part of, Brock Lesnar would go on to win the briefcase, and that's where we got the now famous, infamous Boombox Brock, where he's just having a good time. Ultimately cashes in on none other than Seth Rollins after Seth successfully defended his title along with Becky Lynch. And last but probably least, we have Drew McIntyre, the 2024 Money in the Bank winner. He would go on to cash in on the very same night, being foiled by, you guessed it, CM Punk. So two unsuccessful cash-ins on this list that made it into the match. But here are our 6 former Money in the Bank winners to see who is potentially the greatest Money in the Bank winner of all time. And with all that, let's get right into the action here. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, kicking off this All-Star Money in the Bank ladder match. All these guys obviously have a lot of history with one another. Some of them have cashed in on each other with this very Money in the Bank briefcase. A ladder's already been introduced, and now McIntyre with the kendo stick. Swings and misses. Rollins and McIntyre in stereo. As Cena and Lesnar are going at it on the outside. Lesnar now just tossing Cena. Randy and McIntyre going at it. They had the big rivalry during the Thunderdome era. Punk now clearing off the announce table. And these three matchups, I say that Lesnar's now back in with McIntyre. Those three matchups made the most sense. Guys that cannot stand one another and have a lot of history. And we're right back to them. Cena dispatches of Lesnar. McIntyre with another neck breaker. Cena with the drop kick. Let me know in the comments who you think is going to win this all-star studded Money in the Bank ladder match. My prediction is going to be Brock Lesnar. I say that right as he gets clotheslined in the back of the neck, but he's already back up. Cena's got a kendo stick now. Oh! Domes Rollins with it. Now Lesnar takes out Cena. Lesnar and Punk now going at it. Oh! His head might have hit the corner of that ladder. Looks like Rollins has taken the most damage in the early going. As he just taunts on the outside. Randy's been wiped out. I believe that was by Drew. These three now. On the outside, Punk's going to meet Lesnar. There are no ladders currently in the ring. There is a kendo stick. Drew's going to reintroduce the ladder here. Rollins with the chair. Oh! There goes Rollins. There goes Cena. Randy. He was calling for RKO, but it wasn't clear who he was targeting. Cena taunting on the outside. Oh! What a power slam by Punk to Lesnar onto that chair. Vintage Punk now to McIntyre. The Bulldog. I think that was also on the chair. It's Randy now who's taking a lot of damage in this match. All 6 combatants, 5 because McIntyre's on the outside, in the ring. Back suplex onto that chair to Rollins. Drew and Randy once again. As Rollins looks on. Now Randy gonna make him headbutt. And now payback from McIntyre and Rollins to Randy. Rollins now to McIntyre. Buckle bomb. Looking to follow it up with the stomp. As someone's been busted open on the outside. Randy, RKO to Rollins. RKO out of nowhere. Randy bringing another ladder into the ring. Cena. He's going to eat a draping DDT from Randy. Randy and Lesnar, or Cena and Lesnar, both been taken out. Rollins, he's going to set up a ladder. Cena's going to climb. Punk, though, wipes him out. And Lesnar introducing Punk to Suplex City. Drew now walking around with Rollins. And Lesnar with Punk. And Lesnar powerbombs Punk to the outside. Rollins now, oh, right on that ladder. Drew's lower spine hitting that ladder. Rollins hitting that table. Rollins with the stomp to Cena. Randy, he's setting up that ladder. Rollins tosses a chair at Drew. Says it's done. Both Rollins and Punk realizing Orton's in the ring. No one's stopping him. Now Punk is there. But Randy has it. Randy has won. Punk could not get there in time. Rollins was distracted with McIntyre. And Randy Orton, ladies and gentlemen, has won the All-Star Money in the Bank ladder match. Hits that RKO on Rollins. Hits that draping DDT on Cena. Everyone distracted by someone else on the outside. And then Punk just wasn't there in time. And Randy Orton has done it. Ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Let me know how you did with your prediction in the comments. I hope you all did enjoy this WWE 2K simulation. What a wild ladder match we saw. If you like these types of videos, let me know in the comments what you would like to see moving forward on this channel and with WWE 2K26. I would love to do more PLE simulations in the future, maybe get some fan interaction, but let me know what you thought down below. And with all that being said, I will see you in the next video.